So today we're doing wheel bearings on this Chevy Impala. Gonna need a 19mm or 3/4. Take off the tire. Labor for this job was from a shop 100 and we'll say 105 round up per side. They needed both sides done. Expensive at a shop. Let me show you guys how to do this. It's really easy. Just gonna go ahead and take out the rotor screw. Now, just to make this part easier, I'm gonna turn the wheel. And I'll show you why. We're gonna have to get off. I'm not doing, brakes or rotors or anything, so pretty much I'm just going to take this whole caliper bracket off with everything still built. And that's a 15mm. There's two. For the bottom one, you don't need the extension. There's that. Peel that off. There we go. That's really heavy. We'll hook it. Get it up out of the way. Axle nut. It's a 34mm. Oh, before we get to it though, usually I let that sit. Don't have time today. There's that. Oh, look at that. It's free, so that's also great news. And now, it's just time to remove. They are 13mm. I like shallow with a 3-inch extension and a breaker bar just to get them loose. But yeah, right here's your first one you could start with. Okay, not too bad. And there's one right above the axle itself. Okay, there's that one. Not too bad. I'm gonna straighten out that wheel. Come and then there'll be in between that sensor and the wiring. There we go. Down here. Oh, there we go. Sorry if you couldn't see any of that, but I can't see what you see, so. All right, go ahead and just get this unhooked. I like to just tuck it up and around. And some needle nose, pinch. Or not. Yeah, that's all it is, right? I see that they had it tied up with some string. Oh, that's a horrible place to be at right there. There we go. And this one I'm going to switch to a 6-inch extension. Alright, you were in my way. So now we got all three of them out. That's the only thing that's holding them on. This one's on there. The other one came right off. We're just going to give it a little help. Alright, we're going to give it a little bit more help. That's where a slide hammer comes in handy. Yeah, just lift up and push back on the axle, and that'll get that through. Alright. That's nice. Gets into that extra rust and build up off there. can always take the time now and add some anti-seize, but I have the high quality parts. I'm confident that they're going to last until this vehicle is done for. So, gonna line that up. Here's the fun part: to put this through, push this plug through while pushing up and in the CV axle, like that. Figure out where the holes are. Okay. There we go. Got one in. There's two in. And it's the hard one, because you got to push back that CV axle. And that one's in. See, this isn't very complicated. No reason to pay them $100 a side. I think the total bill is somewhere around that $650 to $700 range. I'll have to show you guys when it's all said and done. Switch back to the 3-inch extension. Now, okay, tighten those down for here for a second, but I'll just go ahead and put the axle nut on. Torque specs will be up on the screen, but I think it's 155 pounds. I don't know. I'll figure it out here shortly. All right, and that's it. We'll get the rotor put back on. We'll get the nut put back on, and all you gotta do is just slide this up and over the rotor. You have to drill yours out, just throw some lug nuts back on there, that way you can hold it solid. This will just slide back over where it was with some persuasion. But anyways, okay, I'll call it there. You can put the 2 bolts back and you're done. That's it. Just saved yourself $300 and something per side. So the service StabiliTrak went away, but we're still gonna do a couple tests to see. It's 113,000 miles on the vehicle. Again, I want it to read the VIN number. It's easier than editing later, people. I'm going to just let it do an auto scan. Let it read every module. See if it comes up with anything. Alright, now that that's all scanned, going into the ECM, this is just saying that we had an issue before. Last test it passed. This time it passed. It's been cleared, so that's nothing to worry about. Electronic brake. Let's see if there's trouble codes. Let's read the codes. Okay, and this is just showing that because I was messing around with the sensors, just shows left front wheel, right front wheel circuit, but it's all passed. That's what you want to see. So we can go ahead and get rid of this. I'll erase the codes. Get back up here, engine, trouble codes, erase the codes. Just gets rid of the freeze frame data. So whenever the code popped up, computer automatically takes a screenshot of everything and says, all right, here's what we didn't like at this time. So what I want to do now is let's go back into that. Time to brake. I want to see some live data. We're going to take it for a test drive because what I want to see is what was happening was the 2 sensors up front were not on the same speed. One took until I don't know, 8 miles an hour before it finally kicked in. We don't have troubles with the rear end, so but anyways, we'll just look at that. The top 2 ones are what let's get a little closer on all of them. All right, let's test this out. All right, so I had a successful test. You know what, just gonna run the scan again. Drove it around 8 miles. Just let it go to number 3. Alright, so that's it for this job. If you got stabilizer, stabilize, StabiliTrak, whatever Chevy calls theirs, but your traction control, you got traction control issues, like I said, you just go ahead and figure out what the issue is, whether it's frayed wiring or bad speed sensors. In this case, it was a bad speed sensor. But to fix it, you know, you might as well just replace both of them. Cheaper in the long run, especially when apparently they were using like some cheap Amazon parts. These are nice quality parts from 1A Auto. I'll leave a link in the description. Lifetime warranty. So hope this helps. Kind of a long video, kind of drug it out, but sometimes just gotta do that. Gotta double check everything and make sure you guys know how to do that. Thanks for watching.